Hey guys, 963 here, and today I'm going to be showing you the new update. So this is accessed through test.dreadnought.io. It's where COG actually, not debugs, I think he has his own server for that, but you can see the new updates, and you can see the changelog right here. Additionally, I'd like to, right here, it's all of this stuff. You can pause the video and read that. You can see that in the roadmap, COG, well, right now it's the 11th, but you're probably seeing it on the 12th. So it's going to be around the time of this upload, maybe a couple hours after. COG tends to do it late at night, so probably I'd expect Friday, time of upload, maybe at like 10 p.m. EST. So he added a couple really interesting items. The first is, he added also a couple improvements. One of the coolest improvements is, let me take a block, right? So normally you'd have to click it, you'd have to click it, you'd have to click it, and that can get forceful. I don't know if this is a new thing, but now you can kind of drag it without keep clicking your clicker. I mean, I know that you can't really keep up with it, but it's still really nice. He also added a couple accessories that you can access by, let's say, pick up this construction gauntlets. I click this thing above my inventory, and then now I have all of these access slots. Some things don't exist, like the body, the face, or the head. Those are all useless right now, but COG might add updates to do it probably quite soon. So what you can do is, let's say, well, now it doubles the speed that I can actually place, so it can actually keep up with it. Maybe I might have been going a little fast at the end, but yeah, you can pretty much keep up with it. The only potential problem that I can see is that when you're dragging it, if you ever have like an item, a sign or something, it will mess up. So I've just noticed that. Okay, it's a lot more noticeable when you go in the cheat menu, which you can get with there, and now it just does this. So whenever you're placing, I noticed that with there, it can be quite annoying. That's just a rant though about a couple items like that. I don't know. That's just something to be keeping in mind if you're ever using signs. It's also the same with hatches and stuff, so if you drag onto it, it's going to happen. Another thing that you can pick up, and it takes also the hand thing, is this thing called the launcher net. Now we're going to be launching, I guess this item, it doesn't really matter what item, and we're going to see how far it gets up. I'm trying to see if I can show you it. But it got about to, I'd say 33 or so blocks up in the air. I know maybe if you did it straighter, you get to 35, but around that amount. So you can launch it pretty far. Let me get another item, though. If you really want to go slow, like not a high distance, you can do this. So a lot of people are like, oh, it's not that viable, but actually it is. It's just, it depends on your use case. Because you can actually make it a lot smaller. Another thing is he renamed it to Ice Glass Block. I think it was just Glass Block before. And he added two other items, the Speed Skates, which can be worn, and they make you, especially on ice, because they're skates, really fast. You can run the 36 block thing, and I think 2.9 seconds, which means that you're moving at 12.4 meters per second. Granted, there's some inaccuracy with how I was testing. You can also wear booster boots, which don't make you faster. But so walking speed is normally 8, so it's about 50% improvement in walk speed. Let me read. Yeah, it doesn't tell you exactly, but it's about 50% from all of my tests. On rubber, you're going slower, obviously. It's really frictiony, just like blocks. Same speed as blocks. Normally, without skates, you would run at 6.3 meters per second, but with skates, you can notice that even on rubber, you're moving pretty fast, 9.1. So, yeah, same thing with blocks. You move just as fast on blocks as rubber. But ice, since it's the fast block, you can go really cool. Now, obviously, I'm not getting any more jumps. I can't make a 3-block jump. But when without, let's say I'm normally jumping, you get about 2.3. I don't know the exact amount, but when you're wearing booster boots, you can actually just clear it. Maybe I'd say 3.1. But the other, so it improves how large your jumps are. Also, you can double jump, and you can get maybe like 5.6, I would say, pretty confidently. It depends how you jump, because, again, you want to hold your jumps. I wonder if you can get any more. Yeah, you could almost get to 6, maybe even 6 if you do it completely perfectly, but I think 5 is a more safer estimate. So how do you craft it? Well, interestingly enough, when you go in the regular stir fab, there's only 3 fabs. and none of them can craft it. And you got these normal 3, nothing's changed about them, but in the machine fab, you can actually craft it equipment fabricator, which is the same, still it takes 16 metal, but when you go in it, when you click on it, I loaded it up, the backpack only takes metal and rubber, which are pretty accessible. You can buy the rubber or you can get from pits. A lot of people skip the rubber. Rubber's pretty valuable still, but it's not that much. Backpack, it's pretty nice because when you equip a backpack, right, it gives you, as you can probably assume, more inventory slots. You get 2 more. Pretty useful for like canaries or like things where you need a lot of space. This could be pretty useful. But and that just takes metal and rubber. Not a lot of rubber, only 4 and 16 metal. Then for the next tier, or I guess of items, I would say there's the boots. And the boots take 16 flux, and they take 8 metal and 8 rubber. You can see that. Then you got the gauntlets, which are a little bit cheaper on flux, but and 8 metal and 8 rubber, 8 flux as well. But then you start getting in the higher tier, these top 3. The construction gauntlets pretty much are a must-have if you're ever making a big, massive project. They take 32 flux, 8 metal and 4 rubber. Those are pretty cheap. But the 32 flux, so 2 stacks of flux, allows you to get double the build range, double the speed of breaking or placing blocks and other items, obviously. And this only works in safe zones. So it's not useful to have on your battleship, although you might want to leave it if it's a big one, because it might be insignificant cost-wise to like a 500 flux battleship. Then you got the rocket pack and the hover pack. They both cost 16 metal and 4 rubber and 32 flux. So the 32 flux is a big investment. Rocket packs, I can see as being more parkour-y. Technically, they're a little better if you use it completely correctly because you're faster. But the hover pack actually is usable. It's not hard to fly. Let me show you. I'm going to put on the rocket pack now. And by the way, it does take a backpack slot, so you can't wear it with a backpack. But backpack's not that useful because you could use clone inventories. You see how I'm moving super fast. I can go super fast. I mean, I haven't timed exactly how much, but you press space to actually go up, and then you just move. And there's a lot of space, and just for anyone wondering, because you kind of do go vertical. Wait, it's hard. When you try and get it just right. Well, you can't get it anyways. You can't. It's not like an elytra in Minecraft. I know there's a weird analogy, but you really can't get through there. But you can get technically 2 blocks in, but there's no. It doesn't change your hitbox, I'm pretty sure, which kind of sucks. Maybe I'm wrong, but from what I've observed, that's the case. You can also kind of glitch through items, because you're going so fast, your velocity can kind of get through items, as you can see there. Now, the hover pack is more useful. It's really good for building, because imagine having this, and you have your construction gauntlets. I wonder. Oh, yeah, okay. So now I'm flying, and all you have to do is press space. If you're on the ground, just press space, and then now I'm flying. I'm in fly mode. I can do everything, and I can actually go about, and I could build. Let me use a repair tool to really show you the range. So under normal conditions, without the constructor, I can get this far, which is I think 3 blocks. Let me go up to show you a better. See how it's really slow? It's not fast. I think it's about a little bit slower than walking speed. But if I'm right on my edge, about I'd say 5 blocks. Yeah, 5 blocks exactly. Now with it, 10 blocks. You see that? 10 blocks, or maybe 9.6 or whatever blocks. You can place blocks as well that far away. So pretty much if you're ever repairing, that's so useful, the construction gauntlets. The hover pack is really useful for building also. If you're wondering about the speed, it's right there. A rocket pack can go at 21 meters per second. Actually, can go a little bit faster because it speeds up. But for a pack of 36 blocks, which is really big for most ships, that's your speed. But for the hover pack, it's slower, even slower than moving, or about the speed of moving. Sorry, it's literally the same movements as movement speed. Granted, keep in mind, if you watch, it's same speed. Not any different. There is nothing to be had there in speed, but that's actually pretty nice. That's good that it's not slower. And the great thing is I don't have to press space once I pressed it. I'm in fly mode and I can do whatever and I can build. So I hope I showed you guys the update. I think it's really cool that now we actually have an inventory over here. There's no face or head or body, but it's interesting to see what might be added. Another thing that you might have noticed is that the avatar has been changed to be a pre-render of a 3D object so that he could add the gauntlets, he could add the jetpack. A lot of people think it looks bad. I mean, I don't think it looked great either, but I don't think it's a big deal, especially considering like the previous one wasn't so good anyways. So it's not too bad. I think that definitely the new sprites look really cool. And if I drop it, you can see I'm kind of like assisted with these, like all of them show. Like you see how my avatar changes without the boots. Now I'm wearing the boots. Without these, I'm not. Oh, now I'm not having those hand things like on them. And the jetpack obviously is right there. So all of them have their little unique touch onto it. Same with the backpack and everything else. So I hope I showed you the cool update. There's a couple bugs I think Cog's also fixed. And yeah, have a great rest of your day, and please leave a comment if you like the video.